Hello, my name is Bill and welcome to Mind Your Crypto. Today we are going to talk about what to avoid and what you should be careful in a recession when we have a bearish market, and of course, how can you get out of the bearish market with huge profits. Let's go a little bit first into the BTC chart, and you can see right here that when we are in this uptrend, people tend to get very bullish. They are talking about 100,000 Tether USD Bitcoin, 200,000 Tether USD Bitcoin, and so on. Of course, this never happens. Yes, you have a very good momentum going on, but eventually you will see that when most of the people are talking about something bullish, then the opposite comes. Because the news travel, and you can see here, more people are getting bullish. More and more and more. Okay, the Twitter is on fire. Everyone around the top is talking about bullish things, but eventually after you have a crash. So what is next? What you should do in these 7 to 8 weeks of a very huge correction that Bitcoin has been undergoing for a while? The first thing is NOT DCA. Do not DCA. I think that most of you know what is DCA, the dollar cost average. Most people buy more as we are going down. There is a strategy that says that if you are near a bottom, you buy less and less and more in the previous support levels because you want to avoid not to get the crazy pump that it might happen. For example, right here, if you check out, most people were saving for lower support levels, but here was the perfect area to DCA and to buy more Bitcoin. Therefore, on this bearish market, however, right now, I would say avoid to DCA. Instead, what you should be doing is you should be just trying to see if we have a breakout. Most people tend to DCA and they do not wait for a breakout, although the breakout decreases the risk more than when you DCA. What I mean by that is it is better to buy here or here than eventually DCAing all the way to the bottom. Just let the price speak for itself. Let the breakout happen and then you will enter for sure. You will know when the breakout is going to happen. Okay, and of course, there are many technical analysts right there that provide very nicely and useful information. Okay. So the other thing I want you to focus on is when BTC is going down and you need to put it aside with the Bitcoin's dominance. In general, when the Bitcoin's dominance is dropping, what we usually have is a pump to Bitcoin's price and a further pump to the altcoins. Right now, we are in the exact opposite thing. The Bitcoin's dominance was rising before because usually and normally when we are in a bearish market and Bitcoin goes down, then the altcoins follow with a more dramatical correction. Okay, so for example, let's say that Bitcoin corrects 10%, altcoins will correct 15 and 16 and more percent. So this means that the altcoin's dominance, that Bitcoin's actually dominance is rising. You should be careful not to trade when you have a rise to the Bitcoin's dominance. Okay, so let's go a little bit to this chart right here. Okay, we call it Bitcoin's dominance. If you type BTC DOM on TradingView, you will find it easily. And what you can see in the past few days to the past few weeks, you can see that we had a plus 7%, and what we had in general was an uptrend right here. Eventually, when we had the downtrend on March, this was the craziest thing and the best thing to buy, and right now we have an uptrend again. But what I'm thinking about it is that we are going to see a sell pressure and eventually we are going down. So therefore, this could bring a very nice uptrend to the altcoins, and eventually maybe the altcoins will pump even more, and maybe we have a nice swing high of relief into the next days. What I suggest in a bearish market as well is to forget about many people tweeting about very bearish, price levels and very bullish. Okay, you have to take it step by step in a bearish market. Avoid following people that are saying Bitcoin is going to 10K. Avoid people that are saying from now on Bitcoin is going to 100K. These are not the correct statements and they are not rational. Okay, so what you need to do is simply take it step by step, find a level where we might be forming on the weekly frame a bullish or say divergence or a higher low with a commodity channel index or stuff like that. Okay, or you might be following a price target, doing a nice price analysis, and then just wait until Bitcoin reaches there. Okay, it might be a better price target, might be a further correction. So that's why I'm telling you, because a lot of people are panicking right now and they are just stating different things. You will see Twitter all over the place. Someone else talks about 10K Bitcoin, someone else talks about 25, someone else talks about 60K. Okay, 100K and so on. You can see every variety of the price targets right there. I would suggest you to avoid right now going on for price targets and actually sticking with someone that said, for example, Bitcoin is for sure going to 10K. What you need to do, actually, for me personally, is to go into the BTC USDT chart and look. Of course, if you know technical analysis already, look for important targets on the short term and on the short to mid term, for example, for until 1 week or a little bit more than a week. And then what you can do is, as you're looking for these targets right here, you can decide by yourself what you should be doing. For example, on the short term, we have the 31.8K being a huge resistance level and the 28.7K being the huge support level. Losing the support level will get us further down. Closing above the 31.8K will get us further higher. So you can just set these levels for the short term. And of course, if we get further down, then we are going to see what is the next price support level. We have multiple huge layers. For example, we have the 24K, the 25K, 26K, and so on, while we have also the 17.6K. The other thing I wanted to tell you is that we have some contradictions in this cycle. What I mean by that is we are having some very nice contradictions apart from the previous cycles. So the previous cycles, we corrected more than 80%, but the low of each cycle never touched the previous high. If we correct from here 80%, we will touch the previous all-time high of the previous cycle. And therefore, what we are going to do is to violate one rule that we always follow. This low will touch the previous all-time high. We cannot, based on the previous historical data, we cannot actually go there. Okay, so basically, in order to make a summary, avoid DCAing, search for targets for short and mid-term, and potentially follow mostly the breakouts instead of DCAing. And usually what you want to do in these types of situation right there, many people will get extremely bearish and will say that Bitcoin is going to 10K. Avoid those comments and avoid the comments that are not rational. Follow YouTube channels that you like. Of course, you can always join our monthly subscription, patreon.com/mindyourcrypto, and of course, see you soon with many more videos. Bye.